Good evening, everyone. Can I have a confirmation that you can hear me, please? If you can quickly just type something that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, all right, good. Thank you. Chair, thank you, everyone. Okay.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this will be more of question and answer, but I will quickly go through some part of this induction actually, so that we can get some overview or some answers on some of the questions that is not clear about this particular program because it's quite new. And if anyone can, if you want to ask any question, this time to ask anyway. So I've got Alex and Dan here. And one thing I want to say, all of us, we are pro Microsoft. Actually, as you can see, Dan is MCT, MCP, MCSC, and Alex and myself, we are both MVP actually, which is kind of elite class in Microsoft actually. So, and I'm proud to say that in the globally is only 5,000 professionals that's got MVP globally. I think in the UK is only like 500 professionals in the UK that has got this MVP level. Actually is kind of the highest level that you can get to in Microsoft anyway. So because of that, we really want to kind of work with Dynamics, and also we want to also help everyone to upscale to be either a BA working in Dynamics field, or a QA, you are also working in Dynamics fields, or even Scrum Master, or as well as DA as well, so that you can be part of this particular global initiative from Microsoft. And Dynamics is widely known now, actually. So most of us, we have known SAP and other ERP applications. Unfortunately, someone called me, maybe today's Monday, last week around Wednesday, asking me, am I looking for a job? And they were actually looking for anyone with ERP experience, basically. So whether you've got SAP or you got Dynamics or any related one. So because they know that you can transfer the skills over across. And I was able to say, yeah, I've used Dynamics before. It was wow. And they are looking for skill sets that matches that particular role. And it's quite difficult to see in the market because not a lot of people have got exposure to ERP or Microsoft Dynamics to say. So I would say it's a specialized skill that I think everyone in this space, right, should have. So, and I will give the floor to Dan and also Alex. Also, if you guys have got anything, Dan, Alex, before I go into my presentation. Got anything to add, or have you got anything to share? Dan, are you Alex?
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time to join us tonight. So in regards to Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, it's one of the mostly heavily invested product in Microsoft, which means it's expanding to every single sector. And what that means is it's going everywhere globally. So whether it's in Africa, Middle East, Europe, the Americas, most of the businesses now, they use this product. And Deji, are you okay if I just share just a quick slide just to show something so everyone kind of visualize exactly what we're speaking about?
Yes, go for it, please.
Okay, perfect. So let me just share the slide here. This screen. So you should be able to see my screen, right? So I'm just going to share one slide here with you so you all just see exactly what we are speaking about here. So everyone can see my screen okay, right? If I can just get some
Yes,
yes.
yes,
we can see it.
Okay, fantastic. So as Deji already mentioned earlier, we have different sectors in the world. So we have organizations which focus on agriculture. We have organizations into banking. We have organizations which are in retail, organizations which sell things online, things like Amazon. We have Uber, which does this service for us, picking up things, whether it's food or dropping us from A to B. And at the same time, we have artificial intelligence solutions. So I'm sure most of you might have had something called ChatGPT, which is an open AI. So Microsoft today have announced they're expanding their partnership with that organization. So they're bringing more artificial intelligence into this solution. So one thing I want to say here in this diagram, I'm sure you can see there's a lot of things here. Whether you are a Scrum Master, you fit in or you work with these products. Whether you're a business analyst, QA, project manager, solution architect, consultant, these products in most organizations now you go to, they have these products. The question here, some people might think, okay, what about Amazon? What about Google Cloud? Most organizations now, they have a hybrid of these products. So they have a platform which is running on Amazon, a platform on Microsoft. So what we are looking to do as part of this program here is to enable all of you to understand what is Dynamics customer engagement, which is the most popular one. When we say customer engagement, what are we talking about? We want to give you the hands-on experience where we have a project scenario where we actually do things hands-on. So when you go to an interview, you know exactly what you're saying. When you go to the job the first day, you know exactly where you need to go. And at the same time, as part of this project, the same way Agile principles apply. So we'll be looking for things like a product owner, Scrum Master, the business analyst. So within the Microsoft ecosystem, this is where it gets very exciting. If you're a business analyst, you have a fantastic skill. If you're a project manager, again, great skill. Scrum Master, all the roles, you can mention them here. But having the fundamental knowledge of these products, knowing what they do, also opens up more opportunities for you. So at some point towards the end of this program, I'll share a story, exactly a real story of how I got from the point where some of you might be at, trying to say, okay, I need to get into tech, or I understand the Scrum principles, I understand the QA principles, where do I go next? So with this diagram here, I will share this with the team, and those who might need to refresh it can have a look at the solutions available. So looking at this screenshot here, these are the products available. So you do not need to learn all of these. You just need to specialize in one area. If you have multiple areas, fantastic, but you just need to specialize into one. And the plan is for you, once you finish the program, we'll provide you with an exam voucher. We'll also provide you with the CV preparation. We'll also do mock interviews to prepare you for those interviews. So when that phone call rings from the recruiter, you're not nervous. You realize, okay, yeah, the call is coming in. This is my opportunity. I'm gonna take it. So again, as you join the program, some of the things we'll be looking at is the underlying technology behind this Dynamics 365. So the underlying technology here is Microsoft Dataverse. And here in a nutshell, I'm not going to go through this, but just to give you some of the things which are involved. You might not need to know this stuff here, but it's just for you to know what is behind this whole Dynamics thing these guys are talking about. So this is Dynamics. It's a place full of opportunities. The opportunities are there if we take them. So from that note, I'm open to take any questions from anyone. Please feel free to ask questions. There's no silly question. There's no stupid question. So if you have any questions, please unmute yourself, ask the question. If you feel comfortable putting in the chat window, please go ahead. Thank you.
There's some question about the importance of Microsoft Dynamics to automation engineer. So what is the benefit? Okay, I'll take that actually. So like Alex said, I think I met Alex where I was the test lead on a project and we're using Dynamics. That's where we kind of met. It's going to come and share a story as well. It's very, very interesting and inspiring story. So yeah, as a test automation person, you might be working on a project that is called Dynamics. At that particular time, it's late to start training, to be honest. So yeah, so it's really, really great skill to have, to be honest, as a tester, whether you are automation tester or manual tester, so to say, just to answer that question. So it's really, really good, and it sets you apart from the others, I would say. Dan, you got anything to add?
Thanks, Deji. I think for me, I haven't got much to say. I think predominantly I would want to leave pretty much most of the time to questions and answers. But however, all I can say at the present moment is thank you to everyone for joining. And yes, let's try and use this opportunity, because this is a tool that is used in various industry verticals, and it's used within different settings as well, because you've got various flavors of Dynamics 365, that cater for things like finance, that cater for things like ERP, that cater for things like sales and customer relationship. So the tool set is quite wide and broad. And if you have this particular skill under your belt, I'm sure the world will be your oyster. Thank you, Deji.
All right, thank you. So any other question? Thanks so much, guys. So
hi, Deji.
Hi.
It's Roland. How you doing? Okay.
Yeah, very. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what the structure is going to be today. Are you going to talk about each discipline, as i.e. your BA, how they can benefit from this, the Scrum Masters, how they can benefit from this? Because I'm interested in how, as a Scrum Master, I can benefit from this. And also, I'm very aware of the ChatGPT that Alex mentioned. I'm very, very aware. I've been watching it for the last 1 or 2 weeks. I'm quite interested in what you guys have in plan for that, and also on the different project teams. What exactly are we going to do as a Scrum Master on those projects? Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Roland. So in terms of a Scrum Master, as an example here, as part of the program, like we said, we have hands-on experience. So we're not just going to come with slides and say, yeah, this is what Dynamics is. We're actually going to do things, and everyone who will be part of the project will be part of the team. How does it benefit a Scrum Master? So in most of the projects I've been in myself in the past 4 years now, whether it's banking, automotive industry, in most cases, when they say to me, Alex, we are looking for a Scrum Master for our Dynamics project. Do you think we're going to get someone who understands Dynamics? And in some cases, yes, we'll find someone. And in some cases, if we don't find someone who understands Dynamics, what tends to happen is we reduce the day rate. So if it's a contract, the day rate goes down. If it's a permanent, we narrow down the salary because the person doesn't have the skill we have. So just to give you a heads up here, so if it's a Scrum Master job and you don't have a Dynamics skill, for example, if the role is £500 a day, if you have the Dynamics skill set, you're talking about 750 going up. If you're talking about a permanent role, again, your salary goes high because you have more value. So the Scrum principles you have, it doesn't mean they're not valid. They are 100% valid. But most organizations now, sometimes they ask, okay, instead of us hiring a Scrum Master and then also going to look for a project manager, why don't we find a Scrum Master and pay them more money? That way it helps with their processes. From a business analyst point of view, on a current project, which I've recently finished, I had a group of business analysts. I had 5 of them, and believe it or not, none of them understood Dynamics. So what then happened here is they tend to come to myself. Oh, Alex, I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to find this. How do I get to it? In some cases, I was able to help. In some cases, I also have my day job to do. I was unable to help. So what tends to happen at that point, they found it difficult because they're trying to do some analysis on the legacy technologies, which they understood, but they don't know what Dynamics, the capabilities are, what Dynamics can do to map those processes. So what then happened here, 3 of them left because they found it challenging. In a nutshell, most of the things which were being asked here were the fundamental stuff which we're looking to teach most people who join the program. From a QA point of view, of course, we have the test scripts, we have manual automation testing. However, if you get into that scenario, you're doing manual testing and you do not understand the navigation, even though you might have the test case or the test scenarios, if you don't know where you're going, what will tend to happen is you spend hours on something you can do for 10 minutes. And in terms of navigation, with Dynamics, it's custom per business. So if you're looking for a non-for-profit banking, they have different processes. So if you don't know where you're going, if you go online, you're not going to find that answer. But if you understand the basics, which we want to teach everyone on this program, what you then have is the advantage. So, okay, yeah, on my manual testing, I need to go and do that. I need to click there, and this is what's being expected. If it doesn't work, this is the issue. So we now start talking about things which are involved in Dynamics, which will teach you things like XRM Toolbox, which is basically a toolbox in itself, which allows you to bring any tools and say, okay, I need to read this data and map it against this requirement. From a Scrum Master point of view, you have your Scrum teams. If you understand the fundamentals of the project, you're also avoiding the risk of the project team telling you something takes 5 days when it takes 1 day, because you understand the product, you are best positioned to understand exactly what it is. If you have some blockers, you have some input, whether you're going to go to your product owner on the conversation you're going to have. But if you don't understand the product, what then tends to happen is the product owner might have a bit of understanding of the product, and yourself as a Scrum Master, you don't. So you're kind of putting yourself into a bit of a tricky situation where the conversation is going, but you don't know where the conversation is coming from and where it's going. So this is where the benefits of Dynamics comes into it. In some cases, once you have the skill of a business analyst, Scrum Master, QA, you can also look to up it a bit more, start looking to be a solution architect, because you now understand the agile principles, what's involved in analysis, you understand what's involved into testing, and then you start adding things, and then you can build it up from there. So those are some of the benefits you will get from the program. I hope that answers the question.
When the lights are not on, you mean?
Oh, the lights are on here.
So, okay, Ade.
Hi, Alice and Deji. Thanks for all the brief. Alice, can you quickly, I know Deji have asked the same question. Can you quickly talk on data analysis part, how does the dynamics help us? Second question is, I know that you have actually told me to do a bit of research on that, which I've done, but you seem to speak more on Scrum Master, QA, and business analyst. From you, I would really like to hear how does this benefit the data analyst? And second question is, what time of the day and which day of the week would this be done? Thank you.
Great questions, Ade. Thank you. So from a data analysis point of view, just to give you an insight here, what Dynamics 365 is doing, it's capturing data. So if you're a data analyst, the business is looking at insights. So they're looking at what data do we have in here. So I can give you an example of a retail organization. They're looking to understand what products are selling in this specific region. How many products are not selling? What else can we do to entice our customers to buy things? So from a reporting point of view, data analysis, you need to understand what is the data structure behind Dynamics. Once you understand that data structure, whatever you do in Power BI, in Oracle, you mention it, you understand the data structures in Dynamics. If you do not understand the data structures in Dynamics, what tends to happen is that report you're trying to pull, Dynamics use the concept of tables like SQL. So if you do not know the table you're looking for, basically you're going to spend a bit of time trying to understand what is the data structure, what table am I looking for? And eventually what tends to happen is, in some cases, you might end up just guessing it, or you might ask a colleague and the colleague might say, I'm busy. In some cases, they might help you. So from a data analyst point of view, understanding the structure also helps you to get those reports where they need to be. So you start looking at something like Azure Synapse Link, where you can have the data there, or you can use something called Tabular Data Stream, which is for Power BI. You connect your Power BI there and you get it out. You can use Power Automate, which is part of the ecosystem for Dynamics, to pull out your data. In terms of the schedule, we are just finalizing that with the team. So I think the team should be finalizing that, but I think Deji or someone from the team will be able to comment on the schedule of when this is starting, but it should be very soon. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Prakash, thank you.
Okay, all right, cool. Thank you so much. I like how you kind of went into the Power Automate one, actually, so which is good, and how it's fitting with the dynamic guys. Okay, all right. I think we got Roland as well. Roland.
Yeah, sorry, it's me again, Deji. I lost connection when Alex was speaking regarding the question I asked. I think, yeah, I didn't catch towards the end, but I was wondering if he's gonna share that image he had on the when he was talking earlier when he came on. I think he mentioned he's going to share with us. Is that a yes, Alex?
Yes, the PowerPoint presentation will be shared with the team. What I just need to do is just to check out some of the slides. I think I have about 30 slides in there, so I just need to check out and just do the overview. So the rest of them I can always explain later if you need me to explain, but there won't be slides for the program. They're a bit more advanced. So for someone who wants to push it a bit more after the program, we can always kind of look to expand it and give you that advanced knowledge.
I mean, based on when you started your conversation, are we saying now that in the industry they want somebody to be an SME? Because that's the impression I got from you, that so if you're an SME, you get more in the industry basically.
So the whole concept of MSc, they're not looking for someone to be an SME, but when you go for an interview for a business analyst and they're working on a project for Dynamics, so the first question they'll say to you is they want you to map, for example, security roles in Dynamics. So if you don't understand how those security roles work, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare because you don't know exactly where to start. And if you don't know the concept of security roles, then you're kind of doomed, because basically you kind of put your documentation together, your current processes together, but where do you need to map it to? You need to map it to Dynamics 365. So again, these whole concept of security roles, these are not SME level, these are more fundamentals. So more or less from a business analyst point of view, we're talking about how do you capture requirements. From a Scrum Master point of view, we're more or less talking about, okay, what is Agile? So these are more or less fundamental stuff a person is expected to know. From a QA point of view, we're talking about what is manual, what is automation testing. From a data analyst point of view, we're talking about what is analytics. So from a data analyst, if you talk about analytics, they know exactly what you're talking about. So the whole idea here is to give you that foundational knowledge. So if you go for this specific project, you're basically up and running.
Okay, are you able to share the? Yeah, that's sorry, you did answer very well. Are you able to share that image again? I just want to ask 1 or 2 questions on that slide, if that's okay. If you still have it.
That's not a problem. Yeah, I have it here. Give me 1 second. Share screen. And let me know when you can see it.
I can see it, but that's not the one. Yeah,
This one here.
not this one. Yeah, that one. So on this training, oh yeah, so the one before. Yeah, this one.
Yep.
So are we going to be taught all this, or is this just going to be
We're going to teach you this segment here.
the CRM part of it?
Yeah, the CRM part of it. The CRM part of it is also connected with Power Automate, which is automation. From a data analyst, we need to get analytics from here into Power BI. We need to build AI to understand, for example, if you have an invoice, you take a picture of it, does the details on that invoice map to a record, which is in here? Dataverse, that's the underlying technology where the data stays. Power Virtual Agent, you can expand it a bit more, where you have that bot, which kind of just asking you questions, how can I help you? If you look at artificial intelligence, we're now start talking about insights. So we're now thinking, okay, for those of us who use Facebook, what is the trending thing on Facebook? What is the trending item on Twitter? Eventually, from an organization which deals with those details, they'll understand, okay, this is what we need to do to get the attention of these people. So that's why you see, for some of you who are based in the UK, you don't really get much paper of adverts in the post. Mostly they now know in this area, these people here, these are their profiles on Facebook. I'll give you an example in UK as well. The Metropolitan Police, which is a police service, they use this one here. While they use this one here, they also use this here. So they connect to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the social networks you can talk about. And that's where they capture intelligence. And one thing someone might say, oh, how do they understand if I'm talking in my own language? So they have something called cognitive services, which is in Microsoft Azure. So cognitive services here is able to look at different languages and translate it in English. Before, they used to have loads of people from different nationalities, people who understand these languages, not that much anymore. So now they use the services here to pick up, okay, what's happening on there? The same way on LinkedIn, most recruiters now, they use this platform here. So what this platform here gives you, it gives you something called LinkedIn Sales Navigator. What that does is it goes and look on LinkedIn, people with the title Scrum Master. In some cases, it goes and look at someone with anything to do with business analysis on their profile. In most cases, you then get the automation sending an email. Good afternoon, Roland. I'm really interested in your profile. The automation has picked up something they're looking for. So that message tends to go to about 10, 15, 30 people, depending how much they want to send it out to. And in most cases, You then say, if you see on LinkedIn, there's an auto reply where you say yes, please, or no, right? If you say yes, please, it notifies the recruiter, okay, this person is interested. Then at that point, they manually come back to you. What time will be a good time to chat? At that point, you then start having a conversation. If you look, for example, now at JobServe as an example, you apply for a job, eventually, in most cases, your CV is going to get to this system here. But with this system here, there is AI involved. So how that AI is involved is looking at your CV. Do you have the key skills I'm looking for? In some cases, that's why you do not hear anything. And in some cases, if you happen to call the recruiter, if you haven't heard anything, they'll then say to you, let me go and check if I got your CV. Because the system didn't pick up what they're looking for, it goes into a different area. So that's basically some of the use cases here for Dynamics. If you're looking for a non-for-profit organization, they need to understand how much money are we getting from our donors? How do we get our colleagues or our people out there to donate more money? So in some cases, you start seeing things, any charity organization, you can think about start sending things out. In most cases, once you get an email, for example, from here, from a car company, they tend to send you an email. And in some cases, they get this email because you've given it somewhere and you've now ticked the box to say you are happy to receive marketing material. So they sent you an email here with an attachment sometimes. Sometimes they don't send an attachment. From this point here, and also in some cases from marketing, they are able to know geographically what region you have opened that email. They are able to tell how long it was on that email. In some cases, we open it, we're like, oh, that's rubbish. We close it off. 2-3 days later, we might go back and open it again. This system is still feeding back. And in some cases, we open it, we're thinking, you know what, this looks really nice, I'm interested. Then we spend a bit of time on it. What tends to happen a few days later, the organization marketing to you, they send you another one. And in this point now, they have either a link with a contact us. In some cases, they just put the number directly. So you actually see the number because sometimes people are scared to click on links. Send you a number, that way they make a sale. So those are some of the use cases, but it's not about you being an expert at this. If you understand the fundamentals, it helps you to get more opportunities because you can say, okay, yep, I know how to do that, or I've done that before. And at the same time, there is nothing stopping you to be an expert because I'm a believer that all of you on the call, you are all capable to be experts. I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Alex. Very good. Very well. Thanks.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Do we have any other question? Okay. I'll just go for the next 15 minutes. Maybe I'll just kind of go through other things I've got scheduled. Unless anyone has got another question. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Oh, Godwin.
Good evening. My question is simply based on the different role sets that we have in the group. So, and I see that people have been invited to join different groups within this core group. So my question is this: are we all going to be, first of all, doing the same things, and then we apply these things within our various roles, or we would be taught specifically things related to our roles?
All right. Just give me 1 minute. I'll come back to that. So
Okay.
I'll come back to that on my slide anyway. So yeah, let us have Made.
Good evening. My question is regarding certification. Because Alex spoke about vouchers for exam vouchers. Would they are there specific ones, or are we going to be the ones to choose what certifications to take?
So the certification which you need to get started, to go out there or to give you that additional confidence boost, we'll be offering the fundamental exam, which is the MB 910, which is Dynamic CRM Fundamentals exam. So it is worth £100, UK value.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I've got another question. Did you say would you would also cover the Power BI as well?
Yeah, we will cover Power BI, and we'll also give you the opportunity to have a lifetime license as well. So it will be a license we'll give you, and you have it forever whenever you decide to stop using Power BI.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's have Tommy.
Hi, thanks so much, guys. My question is, so you've shown us so many of the dynamic solutions and models. I was just wondering, are there specific ones we would be focusing on during the training, or are we doing everything? I know you mentioned CRM to the other lady. Would it be just CRM, or what would it be?
Okay, great question. So we'll be focusing on Dynamics 365 sales, and we'll also touch on Dynamics 365 customer service. So those two mainly.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, all right, thank you, everyone. So I think there's one question that I've not answered, so I will answer within this particular short presentation that I've got. So 1 minute. Okay, all right, cool. So let's go ahead. All right, so the question is like, who is this program for? Yeah, it's for whether you are assisting Scrum Master, BA, Scrum QA, and as well as data analyst or functional consultant, or you are newbies as well. So these are the people that this particular course is for. So we're going to start from very beginning, actually. And one thing that Godwin mentioned, that how would this work, right? So it's not going to be different from what you used to, right? So what's going to happen, like you have, there will be groups actually within this particular program. So you'll be inside that group, you'll be given a project. But the only difference here compared to what we do now is that your project will be dynamics on customer engagement. So where other people have got prep major or long reach way in their project, you will be given a project, and your project will be based on dynamic 365 customer engagement. So, but in your team, you have Scrum Master, you have business analyst, you have software tester, and also you might also have DA if they choose to come on board. So that is the structure, but you will also be attending all the training for your role as well, and there will also be other trainings for Dynamics 365, so that when you start to write requirements for Dynamics 365, you know what to write. Like Alex said, there's no how you're going to write requirements for customization of a particular section of the CE that you don't know what to do. So, but these guys were here to now guide you through to say, oh, you are writing for the settings, this is how the settings work. Then you go and write the requirement for that. Then the tester will test what you've written based on dynamics, and they could also write the automation for that particular story as well based on dynamics application. So that is a difference. Okay. And also, yeah, I know there's some guys in advanced, maybe I should say that there's some other advanced. You guys don't need to learn about software testing or thereabouts. So you can as well just focus on dynamics core, actually. So that's one thing I can say. So you don't need to say, okay, I want to be a tester within, you just focus. We talk about this in the Saturday class anyway. So, but for this guy that new, yeah, you just kind of, you also will be enrolled as a BA, you'll be enrolled as a QA, or your project will be dynamic customer engagement. So yeah, so I think I might not talk about a lot of this. So I've spoken about the two that you're going to be working on will be two related to your role. Actually, for BA, you're also going to be using Balsamiq. You're also going to be using all these tools as well that BA will use, and aside the Dynamics 365 that you're going to use. I will speak about the salary scales briefly. I think Alex already mentioned some of them. Okay, let's quickly go to the next one. Okay, I think this is basically different organizations that just a few of them that are using Dynamics. I've spoken about these roles as well, so we'll leave those for now. So yeah, this is the market share of Dynamics. Yeah. In relation to other ERP applications. Some of us we know Sage and SAP and maybe Oracle. I think Oracle was common at one time anyway, but now I think Dynamics is one that's taking the huge market in terms of ERP application. So one thing that even sometimes when they ask you, have you used SAP before? You can say, no, I haven't used SAP, but I've used Dynamics. So because it's also an ERP application, they are quite similar, or they are looking for Oracle Finance. So in Dynamics also you have Dynamic Finance and Operation, but you are not going to work on that. But they've got almost the same thing as well that other application has got. So yeah, in terms of expectation, there'll be training, and Alex have told you about licenses. So for those guys that would be interested in Power App license, you're going to be given a perpetual license. That, to be honest, that also it's it's already almost like £150 for this license, and you also will be given a voucher for the exam, which is worth £100 as well. So of course, we can prep you on interviews and CV as well towards your personal development. One thing that I need to say here quickly is that, to be honest, this particular program is totally free for you if you look at what you are going to get in terms of even all the licenses and the vouchers. The reason being that we are basically trying to promote Microsoft applications because we are MVP, and you won't get this anywhere else, actually, to be honest. So because we are associated with Microsoft, they give us the power to be able to do this, and the licenses is, yeah, it's only because we got access to these licenses, we are able to kind of provide it on this platform anyway. So yeah, please, if you can, yeah, I would say please look into that. So if you are going to go for BA, some people will be looking about jobs and everything. As you can see, even I just Googled for some jobs for Dynamic BA and 19,000, I don't know. Yeah. So average, yeah, as you can see, 575 per annum per day, actually, for a BA. And I think there's other 155K also for some hybrid role. And you can see 440, yeah. So, and I think I did another one for tester as well. This is one, I did one for Scrum Master, I think, yeah. So there are other ones as well for Scrum Masters, DA, yeah. So yeah, it's really a great application to work with, to be honest. So, and in terms of the cost for this particular program is $299, right? So if you want to get involved, I think is because we're supposed to have started. We are a bit delaying it anyway in terms of the core app training. So by this week, we will finalize it. And from next week, when we have in sprint 1, there will be dynamic training that will be going on. But for those guys that you want to join, because other trainings already started, so you might need to quickly jump on this one. This is very, very important. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's all for now. So any question that has not been answered, you can please, quickly ask now before we round up. Godwin?
Yes, can you please clarify the role of the functional consultant?
Okay. Alex?
Yeah.
The role of a functional consultant?
Yeah, perfect. So that's a great question. So in the Microsoft world, in the past year or so, they've moved from wanting to call people business analysts, they're more wanting to call them functional consultants. Reason for that is you understand the business side of things, and you also understand the business process, the technical stuff. So you are more the bridge between the business and technology. So you have the ability, if you need to go and do some configuration. If needed, it's not a must. So that's where the functional consultancy side of it comes into it. So in this case here, you might be working for a consultant organization, and they'll say to you, we have our customer here or our client. Once you're speaking to the client, they'll be sharing their requirements with you. So as a functional consultant, you need to be able to give an answer, what technology can do or cannot do for them. So you are better placed to answer. So here, what that does, it helps the consultancies or organizations from having a business analyst and also having a technical analyst. So it's more or less a hybrid role between a business analyst and someone who knows the technical configuration of the system. Again, this is not writing code. This is not advanced stuff. The fundamental stuff, someone saying to you, I need to stop my users from connecting data to Twitter. As a functional consultant, you should be able to talk about things like data loss prevention policies. So again, you are building confidence in the customer, and also your consultancy sees value in yourself. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Thanks, Alex. I like that you actually mentioned that this is a no-code role, actually. So you would not be writing any code. So we need to kind of get that. So you don't need to have any IT experience or so for you to be able to thrive in this particular domain. Okay, Adebisi, please.
Okay, yes, my question is personal to Alex. Alex, I just wanted to know what attracted you to become a Microsoft Dynamics expert.
You have to come on part 2 of this. It's a long story. That's part 2 of this particular discussion. But if others want to share briefly, to be honest, it's like a whole session.
Yeah, so I'll just give you an overview. So it's a good question you ask, what drove me to be a Dynamics expert. So I'll just give you an overview just for 2 minutes. So a few years ago in UK, I used to work on the train company, checking people's tickets, right? And at one point I asked myself that I need to change my career path. I need to do something different. So in that process, started asking people on Facebook, and someone just said to me, go and learn Dynamics. This is what you need to learn. And if you get stuck, come back to me. So in that process, I got to understand what Dynamics is. And from there, then pushed on. So what I'll do is that I'll just share in the chat window. I think I have a YouTube video. I did a session at one of the conferences. You can also have a look at that and see exactly what this was all about and where everything got started from. So I'll just share this to everyone in the meeting. You can always have a look at it. If you need to have a chat with it, we'll have a separate session where I'll share the full story. If you have any questions, we can talk about it from there.
Yeah. So it's a very interesting and inspiring story that Alex has got. So we're going to see maybe the next 2 weeks, actually, Alex, we might not wait on the end of the program. So if you don't mind, we would look into maybe next 2 weeks so that the guys that are starting out fresh will be able to have some motivation from your story, because it's really, really inspiring having to start from being a ticketing officer at London Underground and to be an MVP in the elite class of Microsoft. To be honest, it's a wow story. So I'll say in the next 2 weeks, maybe let's do that quickly. So tune in. I will send
that works.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The King.
Yeah, thanks, Deji. Yeah, you've just mentioned it with Alex now that he'll be sharing it. Because I wanted to know how long does it take him to become an MVP in the with this Microsoft Dynamics. And also my original question is, I'm already a Scrum Master intern on this winter 2023. And obviously, this one now is for specialists, like you said earlier, it's for specialists, which is a different one from what we are doing. So we're only benefiting from this intro now. So going forward, is it a thing that one can look into in joining in the coming session? I mean, when this one finish and the next intern, is it going to continue to run so that somebody like us who is interested can then push on? Because I want to be like Alex and yourself.
Okay. All right, that's a good question. Initially, we thought it would be specialist. I think that was, and at the point discussing with Alex, he was like, no, Deji, someone that is new into IT would also benefit from it, and we can train them. So it's not actually specialized as it was before, what I thought. So basically, even if anyone that is new in IT can benefit from it, because for instance, Alex was totally new, and to be honest, maybe we'll bring Alex. Actually, I really want you so that you can hear the story. Alex, when he was looking for a job, he didn't go to LinkedIn like most of what we do. He went to Facebook. It was really an awkward place to start asking for professional advice in Facebook. So that shows who he was at that particular time, which you guys are, I think you are better off than Alex right now. So, because you won't go to Facebook to ask for a question about about your career anyway, but that's where he went. But he actually got something else. He's got a very interesting story. But having done that, so he thought, okay, yeah, people like him before also could also do the same thing. So that's where we kind of expose it to people that are not, they don't have any IT experience. Having said that, it's not new on Blue Sky. This program is not new on Blue Sky, but we've not done it as an internship program before, right? So that's the difference. Actually, we've done almost like several sessions of this particular program, but it's not a core internship program. That's what is new. So, but if you're there in the internship right now, unfortunately, you cannot jump on this one, which you've actually rightly said. So, but it's going to be there next session. So you can come back to do this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Roland.
Yeah, thank you. Alex, I hope you got your lunch that you promised some of us that we didn't get.
Okay, I think Roland, you know the story, right?
Yeah, I know the story. I do.
Yeah, okay. I think don't be a spoiler. Don't.
I will spoil it. I will spoil it.
That's another thing, so that you don't be.
I will spoil it. I sent you a direct message, Deji. I don't know if you can just respond to that.
Okay, I'll check. Okay,
yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Oluwatoni, please.
Thank you very much, sir. So I have a question. I want to know when is the next session, since we can't, we who are already in the internship cannot attend this training, this one right now. So when is the next session so I can prepare myself for attending it, sir?
Okay, that's a big question. Normally, I would say it's the next 6 months because we always do too. I know people have been clamoring that we should do more sessions, and we always do 2 internship in a year. So tentatively right now, I would say that will be in the next 6 months, that around June, thereabout. But let's see what happens if my team say they're up to it when we finish this in March. Let's see. But right now it's going to be June, July.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
All right, cool. So I think that also answered the question. Some okay. Someone also.
What? Sorry, I just heard Olawumi.
No, don't worry.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Is that Oluwat? Okay, Oluwatoni. Okay, Tunji Ajayi, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this session. My question is about the training classes. How often will they happen? Weekly? Is it twice or thrice in a week? Then the time.
Okay. All right. Like I said, for those guys in the internship, all right, for this particular program, so I'm talking about this particular program. It's not going to be dynamic all the way, right? You have opportunity to learn about Scrum Masters the same way we have in the other internship, but there will be dynamics training call that because you will be working on dynamics. So that might happen twice or once in a week actually, but we'll let you know, right? So when that is going to happen, but yeah, so that is for your project, right? Then you see other people, but that might not be applicable to you, Tunji, because you are one of the bodies in the other group anyway, the fact that you are in the advance. So, but for I would encourage you to attend the dynamic training call, right? Because that's the part that you are most interested. But we'll let you know how many sessions that will be in a week here. Okay, Adedola Betiku.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity and good evening. I joined the session late. I actually sent a message on the chat, but I've not gotten a response. I wanted to find out if the recording would be available so that for someone like me can go through again to be able to make my decisions. I actually wanted to join the software testing, but I learned that it was closed. So if I could join this, maybe it should be a better option for me. But because I joined the session late, I can't make my decision right now. So I don't know if the recording can be made available. Thank you.
Yeah, the recording would be made available, and I think on the top right you will see that is been also recorded online to YouTube as well. You can go there as well. So if you will see the full recording in there as well. Okay.
Yeah, I want to ask again, as a nursing mother, I don't know, I'm still on maternity leave. I don't know if this program would be okay for me because I didn't hear the timing. Maybe when I go through again, or you just want to tell me the timing for the training.
Okay. All right. So there's no difference between the one that we do now. I know, maybe let me quickly say, if you don't know how we run things in Blue Sky. So I would rather say that is a work placement, right? You're going to be working. So, and everything is virtual. So the training will be virtual. Your work also will be virtual. You will have trainings, right? So let's say you say you are a QA, right? You have, they've already started training for manual. So, but the recordings are there anyway. So the automation is not yet started. So yeah, so you have training for all your roles, right? In addition to that, you also have training for dynamics. That is what makes this one peculiar, actually. So, and the trainings always happen between 8 to 11. It might be 8 to 10, 9 to 11. So, but between 8 to 11, or it might be just 1 hour between that time. 8 to 11 every day. We normally send like 2 weeks calendar so that people know when this is going to happen. So I've said that because his workplace is so practical, there will be lots of work that you need to do actually. So you'll be given a project to do as a tester that you said you're going to be. You will be testing stories that has been written by the BA, right? And developed by the developers within Discord. So that is what you will be doing actually, right? So, and in terms of the practical work, that is flexible. You can decide to do it whenever you want. Anyway, hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you very much.
And also in terms of making up your mind, to be honest, like I said, we are kind of 1 week into this. Normally we will have closed this because it's new. We really want to get as many people in as possible for this set. That's what. So, and some people said, another thing I want you guys to know, right? So that don't say they just said come back next time. This is a pioneer course and it's as free as it can be, to be honest. So when you come back next time, don't expect the price to be like so, please. So these guys are making all those sacrifices for this course to be popular. So that's where you can see in this ridiculous amount, to be honest. So that's one I can say. So yeah, we are only looking for a few more people, to be honest. So I can say, if you want to make up your mind to anybody that wants to make up their mind, please do so ASAP. Once we have the number that we want to have, the application will be put down actually. And I can tell you, we already have, if not for SS 50 or 60% of people that we're looking for actually. And I would say 80% is one or two rows actually. So please do make up your mind now so that you don't miss the train. So I'm talking to everybody. So the same thing that happened in the main program as well, when people decide to say they're waiting for the day, and eventually we had more people, then we had to close the application. Sorry about that, but this is another opportunity. So for anyone that wants to start. Another question that I got here is like, when does the course start? It's already kind of started with your core role actually. So if you want to start, I would say a week is already passed. They've already started to do some training as a BA, as a QA. They are recorded, so you can actually have that recording and jump on that. So, but the core training for Dynamics has not yet started actually. So that will start from next week. So when every of these chaos sprint 0 has finished, then we start the Dynamics training in sprint 1. Ola.
Hi, Mr. Deji. Good evening.
Hi.
So, yeah, my question is related to the two speakers that just asked their questions. So I would say I did miss the BA internship registration. So for someone looking into, looking to getting into what's it called, BA role, for the BA role, can I still apply for this one? Will it count? Will I learn something as an aspiring BA, and with other tools that Alex had explained?
Yeah, like I said, the answer is yes. So this is another entry level, right, for you to be able to enter into the program. There's nothing yet, no difference in the other program. The only thing that is different, this one is even cheaper, actually, to be honest. So, and because it's new, actually, so we are trying to encourage everyone to take it. And also because all of us, 3 of us, we are one of the leaders in Microsoft applications, actually. So we are trying to encourage anyone to join this train of Microsoft. Yeah. And so that's why it's kind of cheap. To be honest, there's no difference in what we're going to do in the main one that you missed and this one. So if you want to do the BA training, I'll say this will be a great opportunity for you, even with the fact that you are actually getting it less. Maybe, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. I think that is it. Don't think there's any. Okay, so quickly, I will just kind of go quickly. So to round off, so for those guys that are interested in applying, please, I will say that maybe take a screenshot of this particular screen. So this is for Scrum Masters. If you want to do Scrum Master, it's basically Scrum Master with Microsoft Dynamics 365, or as a BA with Dynamics 365, as a software tester, whether manual or automation with Dynamics 365. So please take that link and then, yeah, please register as soon as possible. So, but once we have the number, we will pull out the application form. Okay. All right. Okay. Ola, quickly. Ola, please.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to ask. I am torn between Scrum Master or Business Analyst because the two has always been what I want to focus on. In fact, I have some certifications on them already, but I just need the work experience. So is there a way that I can get a training that will combine being a Scrum Master with a Business Analyst for me?
That's a good question, to be honest, because this is new. And even combining, because right now we are like combining 2 in 1. And that would be a lot. If you ask the other guys there, even without the dynamics, is really, really, really difficult. I can tell you so. Oh, I've been done this for many years, right? And we are now combining 2 courses together. It will be difficult. So you need to make up your mind and close your eyes and choose one. Do you get? And you won't cope doing the 2, actually. Yeah. And another reason also is the fact that you won't be a Scrum Master in a team and also be the BA. Do you get? It's like I'm the one writing the requirements and also the one doing the facilitation of the meetings. As I know that you got the knowledge of what they do, right?
Yes.
And you won't be able to do both of them in a team. Do you get? It's I think it's anti-pattern rather. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. For me, please.
Good evening, sir. Sorry, my question is about the API testing. Please, where does API testing come in this module or in this? Yeah.
That's a good question. So it's really, really a good question actually, because when I first designed the curriculum of this course, API was there actually. So, and it was out there, but it's still going to be there because right now we are actually trying to do similar thing with the programs, right? So I intend to do that actually. So with the keywords, so it might be with everybody or without everybody, but that's not yet established. But it will be there before the end of this program. Yeah. Jolly.
Hi, thank you. So my question is, I had actually sent you a message. My question is, if I am already a Scrum Master actually, and I just wanted to find out how would it work if I just do 365, Dynamics 365.
Sorry, say that one again. Sorry, I didn't get that.
So I am already a Scrum Master.
Okay.
And I would just want to do Dynamics 365. How would that work?
Oh, that's good. So you won't be able to take one. I know there are some of the guys in my team also in that situation. You can decide to say, you need to let the admin know that I'm not interested in being in a squad. Do you get it now? Then you just come for the program for Dynamics and attend the class and you go. But however, I think you might benefit because I'm not sure that you've done the Dynamics or the Scrum Master here before, actually. If you have not done it, I can say it's a good place to be.
Yeah, I haven't done the Scrum Master here, but I'm already a Scrum Master, actually working as a Scrum Master.
Okay, all right.
In the real world.
Okay, all right, in real world. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, what you could do is just jump into the program and attend only the training for Dynamics 365.
Okay, and would I need to use the same link to register then?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
No worries. So, okay. All right. So I think another question, is it possible to get us up on what next topic would be? Any reading materials? Yeah, to be honest, this is one thing I try to run away from, because so all these questions like when a tutor finished and yeah, what is next thing on the syllabus? I try not to do that, because I try to say this is a work placement. You don't tell your boss when it's next training or something like that. So what is going to happen on Dynamics is we're going to go through Dynamic 365 customer engagement. So if you want to look at, okay, what do we need to focus on? Just Google for Dynamics 365 customer engagement. And yeah, you'll see a lot of documents or YouTube on those one if you want to get up to speed. So you can look at that. Yeah. So another question is, okay, I think that's Jolly. You've already asked that question. What is the programming language for the automation? It's going to be the same thing, C# as we're doing right now. So yeah, it's C# and yeah, with Selenium. One thing I can say is, yeah, it's going to align. We're going to try as much as possible to align to what the guys are also doing in the main program. Olamide, please. Henry. Okay, Olamide.
Sorry to disturb you again. I wanted to ask, what is the duration of the whole program with the work experience as well?
It's 3 months.
3 months. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Henry. So just to say, it's good. I think this program ends second week of April, actually. So the graduation is around 7th of April, actually. Yeah. Henry?
Yes, I want to ask, good evening, everybody. I want to ask for someone who is into manual software testing and who wants to go into the field of Scrum Master, but from what I'm seeing here, I think going for QA would be the ideal thing.
So I didn't get your question. You are interested in BA and Scrum Master, is that the question?
Yes, yes. Is there any possible way of linking the two of them together?
Unfortunately, even if I want to advise you, after, let's say, 2 weeks, you would ask me to remove you in one of them, because they are really, really very intense, actually.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Can I go on through the QA role now, then come back for Scrum Master later?
Yeah, you're free.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
No worries. Favor? Favor?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm not sure if my question has been answered, but I just wanted to check, but if this training for someone that has done training, maybe say in BA or Scrum Master before, or will it be suitable for a brand new person that haven't done any training, say for example in Scrum Master or whatsoever? So you say Scrum Master with Microsoft Dynamics, will he go from the basics to, focusing on this Microsoft Dynamics, or it has to be someone that have got some level of experience?
Yeah, it's going to be for both guys that got experience and those guys that has not got experience as well. For those guys that's got the experience, we just go with Dynamics or with them. If they want, they can join the internship as well. It's free. So for more often, for people that are quite new as well to because it's going to start from scratch anyway. So we assume that you don't have any knowledge at all on these things. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And okay, like you mentioned already, you have the work experience at the end.
Yeah, it's this program is more of work experience. Yeah. So basically, you're going to have in a team, you have BAs, QA, and you have your Scrum Masters as well. So there will be a project, and they will give you a project. Let's assume you are the Scrum Master. You are going to be organizing the team or doing the facilitation of the team, and as they develop an application along the way. The only difference is that the application will be Microsoft Dynamics application.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, cool. Henry, is that all, or you still have your hands up, or you got anything to? Okay, cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining this session. So please, if you are interested in joining, don't let the boss pass you. So I know some people left it late in the last one that we did. So please do that today, or I can't promise when is the closing time. So it's going to be when we have the number and we're close to the number. Please do it today. And it's $299, and you can also pay in 3 installments. So apparently it's £100 per month actually. So for this program, and like I said, also within this amount, you're going to get a Power Apps license for free. So which is almost like £100, and it's perpetual license. You're going to have a voucher for the exams, which is another £100. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what you have inclusive of this anyway. Yeah.
Hi, Deji.
Hi, quickly, please.
Hello, Deji.
Hi, Harry.
Yes. Please, the on installment of pay. Which link? Is it just the same link?
It's the
Because I
same
want
link.
to pay like 3 times, yeah?
It's the same link. You choose Klarna for that, yeah.
Okay. Am I required to use Klarna?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I won't be able to use that because on my credit card record.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Klarna.
so I will have to find a way to maybe make a half payment and the
Okay.
rest. Would there be any provision for that?
Oh, no. We use Klarna for repayments, actually. Yeah. For
I really
installment.
don't want to do. Yeah,
Sorry?
because I really don't want to do anything with Klarna because of what I'm
Okay.
planning to do before middle of this year.
Yeah, it's your call. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Emmanuel.
let me see what I can do.
Okay.
But
All
I'm
right.
interested. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Henry. Yeah, Emmanuel.
Yeah. All right, Mr. D, sorry.
Yeah.
You mentioned voucher for exams.
Yes, that's right.
Which amounts to £100. I want to be clear. Is it exams or just a specific exam? Just one exam?
It's one exam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one exam. It's not. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Olamide. I don't know why Emmanuel asked for exams after all this. You want 4 exams with £100.
Sorry, how can I pay in installments?
Oliver Baptiste. Sorry. Installment, you have to use. I'm still laughing about Emmanuel. Sorry. For installments, you have to use Klarna. Yeah.
Would they charge me any amount or is
No. They charge us for that anyway. So it's inclusive. You pay $299 anyway. They charge us for that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It would be good if no one uses Klarna, to be honest, because it's expensive for us. They charge.
But if you can provide a account and they will pay instrumentally every month, that would be good. I don't know.
I have tried that before, right? And the problem is like I forget, the person also forgets. Let me just put it like that way. So and I can't be chasing people. So we rather pay £40 or £30 for the headache, right? So, okay, all right. Henry, you are still muted, sir. Or muted, rather. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I will see you guys later. Cheers, everyone. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks all.
Yes,
Thanks.
Thank you.